Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon, cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code PHIL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL.
Welcome to episode 17 of Great Match Generator on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. I am your host, Danny Kukler, with my co-host, Arn Anderson's gun, Adam
Armed Adam Anderson. That shit is so funny, dude. All those memes have been cracking me up. Someone started a whole account. Someone started a whole account for it. There's a Twitter account for Arn Anderson's block, and it's fucking hilarious.
Of course there is. Of course there is. Of course there is. Because there's no sane world.
Yeah.
There is no sane world. But we have matches to watch today, even though Dynamite was phenomenal last night. I'm going to Dynamite next week.
Yeah, it's a stacked card for you.
That is a stacked card for me. I am very hyped to see Dynamite next week. As
you get Rampage too, right? I
think we get Rampage because they didn't announce Rampage anywhere else, so it's going to be a long night, but it's going to be a fun. But this week we're watching more matches. It's not usual every week, but you know what I mean. We watch 4 matches every week. The slate is normal. Ric Flair versus Terry Taylor, 6-1, 1985, Mid-South Pro Wrestling. Then we have Eddie Kingston versus Chris Hero, 9/29, 2007, IWA Mid-South, Ted Petty's Invitational. Then we have Kenta Kobashi and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi versus Dan Kroffat and Doug Furnas, All Japan Pro Wrestling, 6-1, 1991. Keep that in your back pocket for next week, by the way, because we're watching the famous match next week. Spoiler alert. And then Ric Flair versus Barry Windham from Championship Wrestling from Florida, NWA Battle of the Belts, 2/14/1980. So we are starting off with Ric Flair versus Terry Taylor from 1985. And you know what I got from this? Adam?
What?
You know what I got from this?
What?
This was very confidently wrestled. And it was very, very well paced. Very well paced. And the story was very cool. But not that engaging.
I didn't remember this match being boring in stretches, but it was at times.
It's just I was looking on my phone a lot during this match, and I'm like, not the type to look at my phone while preparing for the show and stuff like that, I look at like the posts for the show but when you see like matches going like 45 minutes, it's hard for me to keep my attention.
Yeah. I think like 20 minutes in, I had 3 things written down total.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's nothing. What do you say? You're just, solid mat work, good hold exchanges. They're really milking the hole. It's like, that's all it was for like 20 minutes there.
Like there were subtleties to the work. Like somebody wrote paragraphs on the subtleties of it, but I'm like, maybe I'm not invested in it.
Well, full disclosure, if people don't realize, like when we're recording this, we're also coming off like a kind of a hard time to watch a Ric Flair match. So that probably was taking us out of it a little bit too, due to Dark Side of the Ring, obviously. It got good towards the end.
Yeah, it was very good. I like the end. It's just like,
I could have done without. So the one thing I noticed is there was a lot of stuff. Like I get it, every wrestler has like their stuff, their spots, or their style. But there was a lot of stuff that like move for move felt the same in the 2 Flair matches we watched. It was a ref bump. Flair throws someone over the top rope. Then they come back and there's a visual near fall for the babyface. It's like, it was hard to watch. And I made the mistake of watching it after the All Japan tag, which that's like just go, 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 all action. I loved that match. We'll get into it later, obviously. But yeah, I think just watching Flair after that kind of soured me on it.
I watched it after the All Japan tag match too. And I'm like, this is very sound psychological work. Don't get me wrong. And the near falls were very well built.
I had that in my notes too. And Terry Taylor's comeback, like he had good fire. There was one spot where Flair had him like in an arm wringer, and then Taylor just throws one solid punch, huge pop for his comeback.
Which challenger did you like better? Windham or Terry Taylor?
Which match?
Which challenger did you like better?
Oh, Barry. I'm gonna gush about Barry here in a couple minutes when we review that match. Barry's so good.
Yeah, but Terry Taylor, good little wrestler. Good wrestler.
He I forgot, like I always forget how good. I know he was good, and I won't like gush about him like Meltzer or somebody would, but like, yeah, he was really good. He had really good fire in this match. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah, I liked Windham better in the second match too, but Terry Taylor definitely had a lot of fire. The intensity in this match was pretty good too.
Yeah. That's something I noticed too, because I think I have it in both of my notes. I prefer Flair when he's doing. So last week I pointed out, I think Flair's best match ever is the I Quit match with Funk. I think I just prefer brawling Ric Flair more than technical match Ric Flair. Yeah.
I think I do too, because just brawling Ric Flair uses his strengths a lot more.
Yeah.
Uses his heel tactics a lot more too.
Yeah.
Wow.
But What did you give this one?
4.
4. Yeah, I went 4 flat. Which man, I mean, I haven't watched it since the Mid-South DVD came out, but I seem to remember being a lot higher on it. But I've also watched a lot of wrestling over the past, whatever it's been, 10, 15 years since that DVD came out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been like very the finish was very well executed too. Like the O'Connor roll into the reversal and Flair has the tights.
Yeah.
The dirty finish.
I tweeted the finishing sequence out, and a couple people were like, so I have a lot of Bret Hart fans on Twitter that follow me, and they were all like, I was like, yep, Flair reverses a roll up, holds the tights, 1, 2, 3. They're like, that's every Flair match. I started cracking up.
Yep. If he doesn't finish it off with a figure 4.
Yeah. Well.
But the Windham match was way better. Windham match was way better.
Yes.
This is more of a brawl.
I think so my first note here, this was I watched the All Japan tag, then Flair Taylor, and both of those matches didn't really have commentary, right? Yeah. So I think this having Gordon Soley of all people,
yeah, that helped. I was like, the 3 matches before I watched Kingston Hero, Kobashi, Kikuchi, Kroffat,
the Flair matches,
and the Flair match, and then the Flair matches. I watched Flair Windham last, and yes, having Gordon Soley, yes.
So I liked basically all my notes are about Barry. I mean, was so good. Naturally one of the most athletic wrestlers of the era and of all time, really. Like he does that flying clothesline. It's so beautiful. He had a drop kick in there that was beautiful. And he also had he controlled a lot of the match with limb work early. That was really good too.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code PHIL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL.
This was my first match during this project where I got to see that good of juice, because
we'll get juicy later.
Yeah.
Project.
Oh, I'm sure. No finish on this one. Just double count out. Not a fan. What do you got?
4.5.
4.5? I went 4.25.
I think the violence edge really spoke to me.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it 4.5. And Windham as a whole and Flair's chemistry.
Would you argue Where would you rank Barry as a Flair opponent?
I need to see other matches, but based off of this match, number 3 behind Steamboat and
I could see an argument for me like at any spot, any top spot.
Yeah.
All right, All Japan time. My shit.
Yeah, this is your shit.
So you want to list off the match?
Kobashi Kikuchi versus Kenta Kobashi and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi versus Dan Kroffat and
Doug Furnas.
Furnas.
Goddamn. Furnas was great. Did the fan cam thing take you out of it though? This was a fan cam, by the way, guys.
Fan cam? A little bit. That out of it a little bit, but this was sort of a prelude to what we have coming next week.
Oh yeah.
It was just go.
Yeah. So
the second half really spoke to me more than the first half with the exchanges and the pin breakups.
Yeah, I love the pacing of near falls in all of these All Japan matches. And the double team spots are great too. Is Kobashi the best tag worker of all time?
Maybe.
It's him, Eaton, and Arn, right?
Him, Eaton, Morton, Arn, maybe Matt. Yeah. Maybe Nick Jackson.
Yeah. The heat for this was insane.
Wait till we get to next week, buddy.
Oh, I know. The like when they were working over Kikuchi, there was some really good heat, some really great like holds. Obviously you get Furnas's drop kick as a highlight of any match. They did a doomsday device. They had all types of shit in here. That was insane.
Oh my God,
this match was so device.
Good. The on the shoulder suplex. Oh my God, it was something. It was a spectacle.
I can't wait for next week's match.
This is not as good as the classic, but
it was
pretty
good.
Close. 4 1/4.
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, you went 4 1/4.
Yeah.
Same. I think the fan cam thing took me out of it because I think if I would have just watched like the whole match, I probably would have went like 4.5. Like if it was just straight like recorded by All Japan.
Yeah, this was really good. This was really good stuff. Kingston Hero.
Yeah. So I forgot. I don't understand how it took the world 13 years after this match for Kingston to end up on national TV. I guess that's a part of
story.
Yeah, but Kingston was so good here. I mean, obviously Hero is too. Kingston selling, the constant cursing while he sells was cracking me up.
Yeah, that was funny.
These like, two dudes. So these two dudes hate each other in real life, or they're elaborate workers. But you could tell it. You could tell it watching this match. These men were stiff, hateful. I love this match. Obviously, you always get the Kingston All Japan influence, so that's where I'm obviously going to love the guy. Did you have any particular spots you liked in this match?
The ring, the barricade spot at the end.
Yes, I have that on my notes. And the Boston Crab with the chair.
Oh, yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, this wasn't even paced like a last man standing match, too, which I appreciated.
Yes, same. Yeah, because I hate the WWE style of last man standing match that they've been doing for years. So it was nice to see them break that mold.
Yes. Yeah, it was really good. Where'd you go in this?
Man, 4.25. I want to give it 4.5, but I'll go 4.25.
Yeah, I went 4.25 too. It was just a 4.25 day.
Yeah, must have been. I don't know. If I watched it again, I could go 4.5, but I think it's 4.25.
Yeah. Speaking of next week, we are going to watch the Kenta Kobashi Tsuyoshi Kikuchi versus Dan Kroffat and Doug Furnas from 525.92. That is the match.
Legendary match.
Legendary hometown match of one Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. This is one of my favorite matches of all time. I don't even need to watch this match, but I'm gonna watch this match again.
Oh, I can't wait. I actually haven't watched it in a long time, so I'm super excited for that.
I watch it every year. That's how. Then we have Jushin Liger versus Great Muta from 10/20/1996. New
Can't
Japan
wait for
Pro
that one
Wrestling.
too. I can't wait. I can't. I have to admit it, since this is the first time he's came up on the pod. I fucking love the Great Muta. There's no bashing of the Muta allowed for me. Like, I love the Great Muta so much.
What about Keiji Muto?
Same. When people were like making fun of him because of his latest Noah run, I was like, no Muto slander.
No Muto slander. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, not the WrestleMania matches, but Hell in a Cell. WWF 10/5/97.
That's still their best. That's still their best match to me. That might be a hot take, though. I don't know.
That's the only match that Dave won 5 stars on.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's not a hot take. That's not the only hot take you have. So, and then we have a match from France in the 1960s.
Oh,
Frank
I can't
Sullivan
wait.
and Albert Zanis versus Bernard Cacard and Tony Marino.
This is going to be like the most interesting shit for this. Like, I can't wait to watch this match.
We're watching like 3 90s matches and then, we're watching the 1960s France.
Yeah, France from the 60s.
Yo.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be so fun.
That's going to be so much fun. Plugs.
At Adam and Yuri on Twitter. Follow me as long as I'm not getting suspended. Follow us at Great Match Pod. Follow Danny at DJD Cooks. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, you did DJD Cooks.
Oh, sorry.
But well, you'll get it down one of these days.
It's my second episode, man.
I know.
Still wearing off the
we ball bust. We ball bust here.
Yeah.
But for Social Suplex, Adam Anieri and Danny Lewis Kukler, I am Danny Lewis Kukler. And this was the Great Match Generator podcast.
You spend the first hour of your vacation at the luggage carousel thinking there's nowhere to go but up. But there is a place to go but up, because when you open your suitcase, you find it filled with dolls. Dolls like the ones in that movie that scared you so much you wet your girlfriend's bed. Ah, Marissa, the one that got away. You return the bag to the airport with relief. It lasts until you get back to your room, where a fallen doll waits to greet you.
Don't let a suitcase full of dolls ruin your vacation. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Now enjoy a large iced coffee for just $2. Add a breakfast sandwich to make a meal. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.